Let's do a card reading. I always love to hit the bells of some kind, the bowls, the bells, something. I always love to light sage and or Palo Santo. Sometimes I do both. So today we'll do the Oracle of the Sacred Horse deck again. I'm just really loving this deck. My beautiful sister Tina gave this to me, thinking that she wouldn't resonate with it so much, but knowing that I would and that maybe it could help the collective. So here we are. Thank you, Tina. So grateful for you and your wisdom and willingness to help us. Okay. Thunder Mesa, moving through painful experiences. Moving through painful experiences. I always invite you to look at the card and gain any messages for your own self before I give you your message through me. And then also recognize if it doesn't resonate for you, it's not for you. So just move on. Okay, moving through painful experiences. So this horse got codes. If you look really carefully within the horse, all over there are codes and keys. And so when we're going through painful experiences, it's important to remember it's not just that experience that we are experiencing, and we're not here just to experience the pain of it. How can we transcend the pain? How can we learn from it? Okay, some of these words may not resonate for you, but transcend is how do you lift the pain from just being a painful thing or a painful moment to an actual learned experience and gain the wisdom and the wisdom codes from that. So for example, if I am going to take any painful experience here, right? And not gain any wisdom codes from it, not gain any wisdom from it, then I am just suffering in a broken body, okay? However, if I'm willing to take this in and find the wisdom in it, it's not just a painful experience anymore. It's now just an experience that I have lived and I have made it through, and I now have the keys and codes to be able to help you make it through, okay? If you're willing to ask. And if you want to, right? Not everybody wants to make it through their painful experiences, I've learned. I do love that this horse also has the feathers in her mane, his or her mane. This is just, to me, another reference of the heavens speaking to us and the angels and guides that are here, willing to assist us if we're willing to ask. She also has a feather on her right forearm and then feathers coming out her tail. So we can also look in the book here and just see what other messages might want to come. And does anybody else do the alphabet in their head while they're checking through their books? Okay, Thunder Mesa. Let's gain some wisdom from the book, okay? Okay. Thunder Mesa roamed freely in the desert with his family. It's a he. Here. He or she. We're all both. They lived in peace with the birds and desert critters, wandering between patches of grass and small streams. They learned to understand the land and how they could survive the hottest, driest days and the severe rains of the monsoons. They survived due to their remarkable adaptability and perseverance. I am being reminded so much of my ancestors right now and the land that they lived on, and how harsh and hard it was probably to raise a family and grow things, and yet they survived. They did. and they did well, and they actually enjoyed life, I think. Okay. One day, as Thunder Mesa and his herd were grazing, an enormous metal bird they had never seen before appeared in the sky. The whirling sound was ominous. The herd's only chance of survival was to flee from this oppressive creature of flight. And I remember this story now. Thunder Mesa went running and running and running and running and looking for safety. And when he turned around, he thought his herd was following him, and they were not. So, where are you leading and guiding? And where are you thinking that people are following you through this? And maybe they're not, and it's okay. Every path leads back home. That's that's a big deal. Nothing's right or wrong. There are many paths in this lifetime, and we must just understand that everyone has their own life path. So Thunder Mesa comes with a forewarning and his protection. Look to your horizon and be aware of external influences that may not have your well-being at heart. Prepared, not fearful, you have the smarts and strategy to stand true and protect all that is meaningful to you. This card may also be acknowledging a trauma that has prevailed you from making a beneficial transition. Perhaps you are searching for something from your past or afraid you will lose a connection or repeat a mistake if you move forward. The past will always be part of you and can support you as you greet your future. Know that as you do so, the strength of Thunder Mesa will be with you. So here's some questions you can ask yourself, and you can work through some of this stuff. Because that big metal bird flying in the sky scared the herd, made them run, made them flee, right? And then they lost each other. So where are we allowing fear to interrupt or disrupt what is good for us here and what is actually just fine, right? Like we may be being feared into some things. Ooh, I am hearing that. Some things are going to be brought to us with a massive amount of fear so that we make a quick choice. And I'm going to invite you to make sure that you take your deep breath, take a pause before you make your decisions, before you make your choices moving forward, okay? Wonder if we want another card. Do we want another card to support this? Just one little tiny message. Give us one more little tiny message, universe, to support this card, okay? Help us support the Thunder Mesa card. What could support us? Galloping collective. Cohesive bonds. How beautiful, you guys. Create cohesive bonds. And what that means is what resonates and feels good to you and what is supportive to you. And then also, what is a good exchange? You're giving, they're giving, okay? So this is the support card. I'm not going to read a whole bunch on it, but it is Galloping Collective, Cohesive Bonds. So be sure that you are creating the cohesive bonds to make it through the weather, to make it through the storms, to make it through the hard times. Know who your people are. It's not everybody. It doesn't have to be 1 million people. I always tell my kids that. You don't need 100 friends. You need a couple good ones. You need a couple that will be there no matter what happens in your life, okay? All right, friends. I love you. Have a happy day. I'm headed to my 30-year class reunion. It'll be fun.